Alright, now we're starting off IYMO, Is Your Mic On? With your host, Daniel McGuinness, and my co-host,
Chris Waddington.
and my other co-host,
Luke Gordon.
And tonight we're going to be talking about all news and views from all around the gaming community, people. We're going to get this show started.
World of Warcraft news, brought to you by IYMO.
BlizzCon. And what do you think about new pandas? Panda race, both sides.
I'm not really taking it. I mean, I know what they're trying to do. They're changing the format so it isn't just one giant boss killing people. It's now both sides are now attacking each other. It's basically more about the general war, so it's more PvP based.
He's trying to put the war back in Warcraft. And by doing that, let's face it, in Cataclysm, what did we have? The Horde owning everything.
The Horde were very badass in Cataclysm. And the Alliance were very docile, weirdly.
There's only one Alliance character, or one I consider Alliance, which was anywhere near badass. And that was that one dwarf in that one quest train who punched Deathwing in the face. And let's face it, he is the most badass character of all time.
I'm gonna punch Deathwing in the face.
That
was
a little more
terrible
Scottish.
accent. I am
That
banned
wasn't-
from accents.
Yes, you are. And I'm not going to do it because most likely I'll peek.
You know
on
what's
the thing.
getting cut, don't you?
I'm going to punch Deathwing in the face.
It's actually pretty good.
See, I can do Irish better. I can't really do Scottish. But like,
I don't know, it just seemed a bit... They're running out of ideas. And it's even more worrying because they've got this new 12-month subscription program where basically they're locking people into their contract on the promise of the new game Diablo 3 for free because they're worried because Guild Wars 2 is coming out that they're worried their subscribers are running away, so they're going to lock them in. That's a new plan.
well, to be fair, they also get a beta of Miss of Pandaria and a mount, but I do see what you're trying to say.
Locking
Yeah, it
people
is very much, let's keep them here. But like, they're gonna want to try the new stuff. Everyone is. I'm gonna want to. I'm probably gonna go for that 12-month thing. I do want Diablo 3. And what about the monk class? What do you think about it?
Well, it's much like the monk in Diablo 2. It's really, really fighty, like more interesting. Very similar to Guild Wars 2, though, in my opinion, in terms of the fighting combat system. I mean, they seem to be taking a lot of pieces from other games.
Like, they're doing the new
Pet battle system.
No, event system as well, which is like they have things happening and then people can just team up and go at things, which is a lot like Guild Wars 2 as well.
Guild Wars 2. Yeah.
And then PokeWow is what people are calling it.
Yeah, this is a clone. It's exactly the same. I've seen the screenshots. It's a complete mirror image from the Pokemon games. They can't defend it. It's true. You capture and train Pokemon. There's a journal, which is basically a Pokédex. It's the same game. It's the same game and no one gets it. I mean, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the pets more valuable to everyone, which is going to cause a lot of my friends on WoW to go mental because we've got 160 pets that all going to have to individually train. Gives a lot of time for them, though.
Anyway, they're trying to put the war back in Warcraft. As you say, it's probably going to be quite PvP based. Personally, I hope it means like, new sort of raids, maybe. But what about the talent system? What do you think? Like,
Much more simple. Better. The talent system is an unbelievable maze and confusion at the moment, and it's really just aimed towards the people that write on websites such as Elitist Jerks and just people that keep going on and on about numbers in this game. And numbers are important, but it takes the fun out of a game.
Yeah, I heard one person say the only real choice the talent tree at the moment gives you is you either have the choice to be good, in other words, follow the cookies cutter specs, or you have the choice to be bad, where you don't follow them. That is the only choice they provide at the moment, where this new one is providing choice. I've even heard they're going to be changing it so that the glyph system is going to work like their new talent tree system. So both get like these choices where you make them and they really mean something to your class.
Hopefully so. I mean, unfortunately, there will be those people that will find a way or try and justify it on endless ones. There'll be an endless mini argument about it. It's going to drive us all crazy. It's just how it goes, unfortunately, with a lot of these games. You get the people that are too serious and drive us all completely crazy, and then you get the casual players that don't know what they're doing because all the angry players are shouting at the casual players, and the casual players are shouting at the angry players, and it goes on an endless loop. So they're trying to take the whole system out and put this new system in, which is much better and hopefully will make the game more attractable since it is lagging down in the recent years.
Well, all we can do is really hope. Are you going to be getting Mr. Pandaria?
Yeah, unfortunately. Kind of forced. We've got to go up to level 90 anyway, so we have to. Pretty much
Want to get
into
to
it.
the big 9-0.
You don't need a 12-month contract. All you need is, 9-0. Yeah, you can't do any raids anymore. Your guild's not going to have you anymore. Yeah, you don't need a 12-month contract. Just do that, like you've been doing all along.
I know I'm getting it. And, yeah, that's
it's pretty much out.
That is World of Warcraft in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Is your mic on? Brought to you by that dwarf who punched a dragon in the face. Minecraft news brought to you by IYMO.
Minecraft, especially the 1.9.5 stuff.
Pre-release.
There's actually a lot of stuff going in on this one. I mean, the fact they've already got 5 versions, and what, the 1.8 only had 2?
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3 versions. And we got in it more strongholds coming in. The End, which is going to have Endermen in it. It's basically where they live. And Ender Dragons. And
Ender Dragons I'm really looking forward to.
Everyone loves slaying a dragon. I want to slay a dragon. Do you want to slay a dragon?
I love slaying dragons.
Yep. And the only way out of this new dimension is to die.
Which is going to be very fun in creative mode.
Oh, yeah. But I'm actually going to have, I think most of my fun is going to be making a house there as quickly as possible so I can live there if I go in.
Well, I think, if I remember correctly, that they're planning on putting in portals out.
No.
It's just at the moment there isn't one. It was on 9.3, they put the End in, and there's no way out of it at the moment. But I did hear they're going to put portals in.
Well, I've only been hearing that they're keeping it a one-way thing, hence calling it The End. But, yeah. Well, we're not sure. It's a pre-release at the moment.
Yeah, it's just all speculation.
But there's also speculation that this might be... Well, it's not even going to be an update. It's not going to be a beta anymore. This is going to be the start of Minecraft 1.
Oh, it's...
No beta.
It's 11 of 11 of 11 that it's going to be released. And from date of recording, that's what, 16, 15 days?
Yeah.
About 15 days from date of recording, and I can't see them getting out the beta and then getting out full game.
Other things coming in, enchanting, which you need books to surround the enchanting table, increases your enchanting level or something. But
oh no, it increases the effectiveness of the enchanting table the more books you have.
There you go. But you can't put anything in the way of the books.
No.
But you know what? That's going to be cool, because especially the fact you got, like, you know, things that especially work against spiders and zombies, that's all going to be good fun. And
is it weird? I'm more looking forward to the fact that adding in a zoom feature than anything else. You can now zoom in Minecraft. It's like having binoculars, which is what I've always wanted.
You know what? If they actually bring it in, not as just a function, but as you've got to make binoculars, I'll like that.
That would be good. That would be much better.
Because all you have to do is wood along the top, wood along the bottom, glass left, glass right. There you go. Telescope or whatever.
Yeah.
That'll be actually pretty awesome. Get on that notch. There you go. Little tip. The mob damage is being increased.
Dramatically increased.
Yeah. What they're dealing out is being increased, and what they can take is being increased. So it takes more to kill them, but they can kill you easier. And this is amazing, because let's face it, with Minecraft, it's all about that thing. You build whatever you want. Come nighttime, you best leg it for the hills.
Well, it's basically just Lego with monsters.
Now, the best one I heard is from a game reviewer, which was, it's basically playing Etch-a-Sketch, but every so often, lefty knob and righty knob have to fight for their lives. I think that's the best way, but it is true. It's Lego, basically, and let's face it, when you're building something big and you achieve it, that's amazing. But when you're building something big and every so often it gets exploded, you can just go mental on those monsters. It's just a load of fun to play the game.
I've been playing this game for months now, and creepers still scare the living daylights out of me.
They scare me more than they have in the past. I wasn't around when they originally killed you in one hit, but now it's back. The buffs they're doing to mobs is brilliant, just for the difficulty level, because if you don't want them there, you can just change the what your game's set to passive or peaceful, whatever.
Peaceful, passive. When has it ever been passive?
I don't know. Passive aggressive. And you just don't have the mobs there. Fair enough. But if you want them and you want to punch one in the face, go ahead. Go out there swinging. You were always up in the air about the new food system they brought in.
I'm still not too keen on it. I still preferred that you had your own control over how you regenerate your health.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's kind of turning into an MMO in that sense.
I don't know, well, to me it's always been a bit more MMO based than single player, but I think I like the new food thing. I think it adds not realism in a way, but sort of slight realism. I don't know what I'm talking about, but basically I like the mechanic of it now. I liked it before, but I think I like it more now, especially if they put in a bandage system.
If they had a bandage system, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But
like, just nerf how much food affects your health so it doesn't bring you up so quickly, and put in a bandage system for an instant heal, and then that would, alright, yeah, it might give you a little too much in the way of healing, but I think it would be good because that hunger bar system, I like how it works for the sprinting mechanics and the dying of starvation mechanics. But I think we sort of need a more bandage system because we do sometimes need that just instant heal.
well, ain't he putting healing potions in?
Oh, that is a plan. So
I did hear. I don't know if it's in yet or if it's going to be in, but I did hear rumours that.
it wasn't in the list on the part 5 pre-release, so
Don't know, maybe it ain't in yet.
I'm going to be playing this for hours. I mean, let alone Minecraft beta has filled up hours of my spare time. Like, heck, I think there are days we've spent on Minecraft making our castle, our fort, your secret base.
The TNT cannons were quite impressive.
Oh, Goliath. Oh, and the drakes.
R.I.P. Goliath.
No, R.I.P. the left side of our castle. We set up these TNT cannons to, like, be able to blow up this side of a mountain. What happens? None of them go off properly, or they bounced off the side of the mountain we had right next to our
We're
castle.
not too sure what exactly happened.
And basically it all blew up, and we ended up with the left-hand wall was just decimated. We did a quick fix, but seriously, that thing was gone.
We never actually bothered completely fixing it.
No, we still need to do that. I think we had all the other ones set up, and it's like, yeah, this one just... But yeah, so much fun times on Minecraft so far. Mojang did the best thing, which is you buy the beta for, like, a reduced price from the actual finished game, and you get it. You have the game. You just get to play through the beta as well. Right, to wrap up,
Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good patch, and I'm hoping it will be the release and it'll be Minecraft 1. And we won't have to say Minecraft Minecraft beta 9.5.1 or whatever.
You know what, if this doesn't mark the end of it, I got an idea. We'll be here in a year going, oh, Minecraft's coming out after this one, which is Minecraft 9.100.56.78999.pi.
So, what's your thoughts on?
It's going to provide me with a lot of hours of gameplay. I do hope that this is close to the end. I can imagine it might be we get 1.9 and then we'll get the end game. Like, they might be holding stuff back from us because they're going to release 1.9 and then they're instantly going to go on 11.11.11. They're just going to be like, right, you got 1.9 like a week ago, here's the end game. And I'll be happy if that happens, because then on 11.11.11, that might be when they introduce zombie invasion, and that is what I'm looking forward to.
That's also when Minecon is.
Yeah.
I do love the fact a game got its own convention before it even came out.
Let's face it, in Alpha, the guy was rich. Like, Notch is like a millionaire or something, isn't
Yeah,
he?
Notch became a millionaire when it was still in Alpha.
And now, like, we're talking about beta, and we're talking about that's one of the greatest games, and it really is one of those up there games. It is one of those games I think you need to be into. If you don't like it, I don't think you're ever going to like it, no matter what they do to the game. But I do recommend, if you brought it way back in the start beta and you left it, come back at 1.9. Please come back at 1.9.
The hell do you work for Notch all of a sudden?
Yes, I want to. Notch, if you are out there, I'm free from 9 till 5, Wednesday to Friday.
What do you mean Wednesday to Friday? You're free every day of the week.
I don't want to seem too eager. Pick it up if you've not played it in a while, and if you've never played it, I suggest go online, search Minecraft. There is a series out there. It will be the top of the list. Watch it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, and trust me, for those of you who don't, you'll like it. Watch it. Just search Minecraft in YouTube. Yeah, and on that
on that bombshell,
IYMO is brought to you by Swindon Piano Moving Society.
incorporated with Jacob Trout.
Yes.
Guild Wars 2, brought to you by IYMO.
It's time to talk about the one thing that, well, let's face it, people have been talking about quite a lot these past few months especially.
Guild Wars 2.
Number 2, my friends. Yes, finally we are getting to the nitty-gritty of the MMORPG community, really. Because, well, after having mentioned WoW, we have to mention this. Guild Wars 2 is really the next step in MMORPGs. The reason is quest designs done so that they flow ever so nicely. Half the time, you're not even picking up a quest. Dynamic event comes in, and you're like, damn, those guys are trying to take a point I have. I'm not going to let this happen. You go over there, so you get to keep your quest hub. A few other guys come in, and you're like, hey, these dudes are pretty cool. You know, they're able to do everything. Yep, they're keeping control of this pretty well, so am I. And then you just end up being together, and it's like, hey, let's head out all together, come on. And that's sort of the point they're trying to make with this new game, is working together, a team, community.
Am I thinking of the wrong game, or is this the game that you don't have to just kill the monsters? If you want to, you could just go around and collect hammers off the floor, hand them in, and it also advances the quest?
Yep. There's many different things. There's one quest especially where it's like, there's you have to like get these guys from point A to point B, but you need another group to go up this mountain to stop these guys making an avalanche, and another lot to try and kill this oncoming force who are also trying to stop you. So you've got like 2 guys with the A to B lot, another group trying to stop the sabotage, and another troop trying to stop this oncoming army. Or you know, maybe you just need to collect a few bits. They really do change it up. And another big revamp from Guild Wars 1 to 2. Guild Wars 1, 1 to 20. Guild Wars 2, 1 to 80.
That's a lot more levels.
Loads, especially in the way Guild Wars 1 to 20 gameplay was so involving when I played it, and it was just really getting you in there, and you know, you worked with so many people to do these missions. And the thing is that if they're bringing that into this with that kind of passion that they had in Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars 2 is going to be like 1 to 80. You're going to truly know the storyline of your character inside and out, and that's the next bit to raise. Guild Wars 2 has a big emphasis on storylines. It's basically, you get a questionnaire at the start, answer these questions, and that defines your character throughout it. You can get people to go along with your storyline, and for the RPG aspect of MMORPGs, that's a big thing. The RPG is half given to you, you know, it's sort of like, here, what do you want your character to be? And it's like,
you can really personalise your own character.
Yeah, oh, and the character customization options. There are so many. Body type, height, face type, hair colours, beards, anything you want. I looked through it for like 20 minutes and not even all the options were there. I could have spent an entire hour on that, like, character creation. MMORPGs has these things of, you know, certain weapons for certain classes and all things like that. Guild Wars 2, similar thing, you know, certain weapons for certain classes. But these weapons also dictate what your first 5 abilities are. And as you get better with that weapon, you unlock all 5 abilities. And you can change them in the middle of battle. It's just, they're trying to go for this more fast flow of MMORPGs. It's fast, It's the combat is really involving. You work with people. It truly is the next step from World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft brought us to this point, and then Guild Wars 2 is going to be the ones to make the next leap.
They're taking it to the next level.
Yeah, WoW's going to be gone in the next few years.
Yeah.
We've basically been told that by Blizzard. That it's not got many more years left in its life. And that's a good thing, because someone else needs to come in. Fresh air. And I think Guild Wars 2 is going to take it for a bit until we see what Blizzard come out with next. They do have their Titan project, and I'm excited for all this stuff.
Well, a lot of people's calling for Warcraft 4, which might go back to their old style. Because if they went back...
real-time strategies.
Yeah, if they went back to that, they could do a lot.
They could. I mean, I would like to see a World of Warcraft 4. I've not even played the old ones. I've heard so much good stuff. But
I've played the old ones.
are they good?
They're really good.
Oh, I've heard about the storylines
Spent
and stuff.
so many hours on it.
Oh, man. You're making me jealous. I need to borrow them off you.
Anyway, Guild Wars.
Yeah. No, it just really has come a long way. Just the amount of stuff they have done with. And
It's been in the work for enough years. They better have put
Yeah.
a lot of features in.
No, one of the things I like the most is, alright, World of Warcraft. How many times have you done a technique and you know that exact same animation is either on another class or on another ability that you have?
Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Most animations and abilities are the same.
Yeah, they're recycled
I
so
think
often.
there's about, for each character, don't quote me on this, but I think there's about 5 or 6 animations in total for combat.
Yeah, for combat in Guild Wars 2, every single animation is different for their things. I'm not sure how it would work from race to race and profession to profession, but I know each profession with different weapons, each ability is different. So, you know, when you see someone put off an ability, if you know that ability, you're going to recognise it just from seeing it. You're not going to have to read text. Right, all you need to know, new host of characters, a new host of classes. They are all good, and Guild Wars 2 will be with us soon. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get an alpha or beta key. I'm hoping for alpha and through to beta, and you will see me there, I hope.
This isn't London's janitorial podcast society. This is IYMO, and it's epic!
Battlefield 3, brought to you by IYMO.
Battlefield 3. Me and Chris played this at Eurogamer not too long ago, and now it's out.
It's pretty considerable, I have to admit. Pretty considerable.
I must say, like, seriously, top tier graphics, man. Just mind-boggling.
Well, it depends on your system. I mean, on Xbox it has an optional feature. You have to have 2 extra gigs, or it looks even worse than it already does on Xbox compared to PC. The change from PC from Xbox and consoles is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, really, you know, come on. Who doesn't enjoy shooting someone in the face, though? And also jets, helicopters, flying around, fast speeds, high impact.
Just absolutely amazing.
Battlefield 3 is really going to provide this like hardcore demographic of shooters. I definitely think PC it's going to hit off. I'm not so much sure about PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, just because, well, you know, it's not as high graphics as the PC can be. But then again, you need a good PC to play it on PC, so...
One great innovation, it may not seem much, is now that there is now server browsers on Xbox and PS3, which makes it much more easier to navigate, and you don't have to bugger with all the quick play systems, which rarely ever work in the best of times.
I mean, let's face it, everyone hates being, like, just give it in to some random guy that you always... Like, you always get those random guys that everyone hates on random quick play server things. So, if you get rid of that and you know there's a good server with maybe your mates on or whatever, you can just go straight there. Alright, one last bit about Battlefield 3.
The co-op missions are absolutely incredible. They really are co-op. There's one mission where it's 2 players, one controls the helicopter and one controls the missile guidance systems when you have to blow up certain tanks, and it's so frustrating yet really satisfying just to yell at your friends screaming, "Oh, for goodness sake, just play the game!"
But when you do it, oh man, the explosions, amazing. What do you think? Buy or not buy?
Buy. It's absolutely incredible. The graphics really have jumped. So from Battlefield 2, which came out several years ago.
And Nvidia has been sponsoring them a lot, showing you how much that a graphics card creator are really pushing it for the graphics engines. And I'd say buy as well. That's it from the ongoing spacecraft that is your Micon. I've been Daniel McGuinness.
I've been Luke Gordon.
And I've been Admiral Christopher Waddington.
And that's all from all of us. See you in the future, interwebs. Our mics.
Oh.